Fishbowl, proudly brought to you by Internode and their wicked internet skills. Backup.com.au. And it's all coming to you live from PJ O'Brien's. I swear we're not drunk. Hosted by Jason Chung. We've got some interviews, some giveaways, and it's all happening right now.
Hello, welcome to Festival Fishbowl. My name's Jason. This is a show that runs kind of from 5 to 6 every day during the Fringe, and it's got lots of giveaways and guests and all that kind of stuff. There's a chat room down below. If you're watching on festivalfishbowl.com.au, you can log into the chat. All you have to do is basically just pick a name and maybe credit card details. I'm not really sure how it works. And then you can chat. And when you chat, you can win prizes. Look, all these things here. There's actually, I'm going to give away a free dinner today to the Folding Towers Dining Experience. We've also got a whole bunch of other stuff which we'll get to very soon. But because our first guest has to go and pick his kids up from the airport and his lovely wife as well, we're going to chat to him first. Please welcome Jeff Green and also Dave Thornton, who will be co-hosting today. Say hello to people.
I'll take a mental round of applause.
That's it. There is
nothing.
Right.
It's lovely to be here.
Just look up applause on YouTube and then just montage that.
Ooh.
Okay.
You have to tap windows. Do you know how to do that?
Look, I didn't realise you would actually see my legs.
I know. Now you were wow, you were telling us.
You look like somewhere between Bear Grylls and Steve Irwin.
A little bit.
Between.
Look at that.
Yeah. I try to blend in when I come to Australia. It takes me about 2 weeks to go feral.
Yep.
And this is my feral look because it is raining outside.
Yes.
We have 2 separate seasons. It was summer yesterday, it's winter today.
Yeah.
And this is my winter outfit. I'm off into the bush later to drink my own urine.
Wonderful.
And eat the arseholes out of kangaroos.
Well, you've got to have goals.
Goals, yes, life goals. Yeah.
That's just a Friday. That's just a Friday.
Yeah, it is, yes. The oyster bar's closed.
Now you're here doing a show called Yes, I Live Here Now.
Yes.
And it's because you do live here now, but also this is not your first Fringe. You're like the furniture now. How many Fringes have you done?
Adelaide Fringes, the first time I came, I remember it only from the weather, that it was 40 degrees for 15 days on the trot.
Yeah.
They called it palm killing weather.
Yes.
And it was terrifying with a 60-kilometre wind attached to it, like coming down the Rundle Mall. So I don't know when that was, but I've only done about 3 or 4 Adelaide Fringes. It's normally when the Clipsal 500 comes on.
Yeah, that's later on.
This sort of long group of toothless desperados asking whether you prefer Ford or Holden, which is like, what's the point of that? You don't get people in England jumping out going squirrel or badger. Go on. Next question.
Okay, next question. So your show, you've already done a few, haven't you?
Yes, I've done all my previews, and tonight is full paying, so it's got to be good.
Excellent. And how have they been going so far?
So far, well, I'm in the same venue as Dave, doing the rhinos. Yeah, they've gone very well, thank you. It's a little bit of tweaking. Sometimes I'm halfway through a sentence and lose the will to live. I'm putting a punctuation in it, but that's what previews are for.
Yeah.
Working stuff through, and then. But I think hopefully I'm getting up to about an hour, so I think I've got it right by now.
Nice. Excellent work. Now, you do have to, we play a game with all of our guests.
Yep.
We've done a couple of shows before. You have to do this as well. It's a very simple, these are a bit old, but you've got to get as many of these.
How do you know they're old? What are they?
Because if you look at the edge of the glass,
Okay.
shut up here, you can actually see where they were wet and they've stained the glass.
Yeah, nice.
But that's all right. I'll tell you what we will do, because that's a bit disgusting, we'll give you some new ones.
Yep.
We'll fill up. So,
What's the game? Is one of these Rohypnol?
Yes.
Cool.
And the rest of ecstasy.
We drop you off somewhere out in the park and you've got to figure out where you are.
Oh my gosh.
This is your
Well,
straw. Your job is to get as many of these into there, and we will turn this down so we can have a nice look at your crotch.
Yep. And
you've got a minute to do it.
And what have I got to do? Suck them?
You've got to suck them in from that one into this one. Hang on. It's called the candy channel.
How much do you whiff of sugar and stuff.
Okay, walk in front of the camera. That's fantastic. Right. So how's that, Maz? We're having problems with this. No, not yet.
I was just doing a practice.
Okay, right. Okay. So you've got a clock up there. You've got 60 seconds to do it.
Yep.
And then you get a leaderboard, and you can dominate the whole Fringe.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Okay. I'm very competitive.
It's just a cutaway of Dave eating M&M's.
Your time starts now.
Okay, go for it.
There you go,
right. Now, as we're doing that...
Come on, Jeff, go! Go!
Now, your job at the end is to count all these up as well. That's a very important part
Oh,
of
really?
the job. Yes. Now, do you know Jeff's details? Because he's busy right now and I didn't research properly. Rhino Room?
Jeff's playing at the Rhino Room. I believe it's 9:30 or so.
If it's 9:30, give us a... It's not 9:30. Oh, you're being horrible. They don't count, by the way.
And he, let's be honest.
9:45.
9:45. 9:45. Upstairs.
You're costing yourself time, Green. What are you doing? Yeah, it's at 9:45. It's hilarious at the Rhino Room.
I'm slightly lightheaded.
Oh God, don't do that.
Jeff's got a massive gambling problem, so he needs some money. So if you could just buy tickets.
We should also say that all of these that you get in there, you get to eat. So that might be some motivation for you. You've got 12 seconds left. We will tell you when to stop. In fact, my cohort Maz, who's pushing the buttons, will tell you when to stop. I know it. You're doing great.
How's your lung capacity going there, Jeff?
I know.
Oh, Jesus.
That is the funnest part of the show. I'll be honest with you.
That was
someone stole a horn from a
hole.
SLR.
Yeah.
Surprisingly difficult.
Okay, so your job is to count them.
I dropped 2.
Here we
You
go.
got 2.
That was
right.
when he was
Get someone
asking me
else.
my time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Excellent.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18,
Brett.
19.
Do you know a guy called Brett at all?
Yeah, Brett from the Spiegel tent.
Okay, he apologised. What did he? We're getting a message.
You don't have your iPad.
I don't have my iPad working, but you know, you had it on the piece of paper. Hold it up again because I heard. Okay, it says Brett apologised to Jeff. He tried to buy tickets, but it was sold out for the nights he was looking.
Okay.
Does that make any sense to you?
I've been yes, they've all sold out so far, but
right.
there's still good seats available for the rest of the room.
Excellent, nice. All right, mate. Well, look, you do have to get your. Oh no! Before we do that, we've got to put your score up, don't we?
What was it?
19, 19.
Oh no! You're not supposed to say it like that. Because
really?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's the first kind of ritual. I'm gonna sit over here.
Is this the first show, Jason?
No, we've done a couple as well.
Okay. It doesn't show.
No, I can't imagine it would. You can keep that as a memento of that time.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah, no worries at all. So, what do you for someone who's had a couple of fringes behind you, what do you recommend people kind of go? How do they treat their fringe? Like, do you go out and just see the Jeff Greens?
Absolutely, I've got very strong ideas. No, don't go and see the Jeff Greens. I mean, go and see me if you want to. But if you've got enough money for a couple of tickets, pick somebody, do a lucky dip. You know, I'm not all for going to see the big headline acts, the Arj Barkers, the Jeff Greens, the Stephen Camises, all those other people that clean up. I want people to go and see Adelaide comedians first, people like yourself and Mickey D. No, genuinely, I think they should support local comedy, and then if they've got money spare to come and see shows like mine and other ones. Genuinely, and Dave knows I feel very strongly about that. Sometimes the big names dominate festivals, and everybody has to make a living, and all these fantastic shows get written and made, and they need audiences, so people need to go and support them.
Excellent work. And on a night like tonight, where it's rained out, it's going to be crowded and steamy. Should people go out to look for it, or like what would you look for?
You know what I reckon? Is this a good theory where I think outside would be more dangerous? Inside in a comedy room would be a safer place. You're not going to get hit. You're not going to
get.
get.
In a comedy room? You mean are you sort of being a bit left field and saying don't go to the garden on earthly delights?
No.
Or come to something made of bricks and mortar.
Well, it's safer, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. Unless you're a wolf. Not even a wolf. Yes, I say go down the garden. I mean, you go to have a little look at that. But just get the fringe program out and find all those little hidden gems. That's the beauty of fringes. That's the beauty of festivals. Is places that weren't theatre last week have become a theatre, and hopefully you find something you like. It's always great when you take a punt and something's brilliant.
Nice, excellent. Now, do we have this? Okay, so this is your score. You are in the top 5.
18 and a half.
6. Yeah,
Adam.
highly. He sucked up a half one, and so we have to count it.
Okay.
It's the way.
Just one M.
Yeah, just an M.
I'm pleasantly surprised at my years of blow football as a child.
Excellent.
Is this like a track course on Top Gear?
Yes.
Have you got the stick do this?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
We should get a stick to do this. No, but we don't have any budget. We'd have to get a helmet. All right. Anyway, so Jeff Green, you have to go pick up your wife and kids now. So Jeff Green's Yes I Live Here Now. It's on at the Run Room at 9:45. Just for the first 2 weeks, right?
For the first 2 weeks until the 27th. If that's a Saturday, then it's until the 27th.
Excellent. Go and see it, but then also go and see other stuff. Why don't you? Okay, we're going to have a few breaks. Have a little bit of a break, play some ads, and then when we come back, we have a mentalist, Nicholas Tweedy. Ooh, yeah.
You're watching Festival Fishbowl live from PJ O'Brien's.